Hey guys, in this video, we're gonna talk about cars, toys, when's the right time to buy them, should you buy them, and my philosophy on them.
Okay, Google off.
What are you guys doing?
Should I go home then?
Dude, this is it's like a pop quiz, man. You just hop in, you didn't think I was coming today?
I'm doing my Chris Haney pants.
What up? Oh, dude, how was your trip?
Don't be filming, bro. Don't be filming, bro.
Got delayed
Don't
the
be
last
filming
part.
me, dude.
Yeah?
Got stuck in Maui for a day and a half, and then
You
Saturday
missed
to stay for another day.
Yeah, I gotcha. Friday is always payday, so we ran into the issue of contractors always coming in here whenever they felt like it because they want to check. And it became chaos. When you got all these properties you're doing, there's like many people getting paid. So we basically started a rule that, hey, you got to invoice Monday to get paid Friday. And so if you don't invoice Monday, you ain't getting paid. It's not my fault. You know the rules. So yeah, Friday's the day where all these guys will be coming in and out to get checks. And so it gives us time too to get ready for payroll so that, we got the funds and everything we got to do for that week. And, Noelle over here, my sister, handles all that. You want to ever get paid? I'm not the one giving you the money. You got to go through her. So she's got to be your best friend if you're a contractor or anybody that works for me. I mean, you can use it, but it's less, reliable. Okay, Noelle,
Hold on, bro. Dude, here's my comps. I see a solid 280.
How big is this house?
2,300 square feet. We're the biggest of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I think it could get 280.
Minimum.
Yeah. That's a flip.
This is a 280. It looks like shit.
Now, that's a good flip. He just has crappy pics. I think he has a pool. Do we have a pool?
No.
Okay.
I think it's shitty. I think we need 280 compared to this guy.
Yeah?
Polly Watts, terrible comp. She didn't do shit. Another comp of 273.
Yeah, I think
Not a
280.
flip.
So how much can we get this house for? Where is it?
Casey said he has it under contract for 187.
So it sounds like a deal. Good. What is he offering it at?
199. I said, dude, we're closer to what you have it at. The deal calculator says 181.
How much you're budgeting? 40 grand?
40K for rehab.
That doesn't seem right.
Too much or little?
That offer doesn't seem right. If it's 280, as long as we're all in, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, 180 is about right.
What do you see in rehab? Full rehab?
It's a full rehab. You can't keep any of that.
Full rehab means we need to technically be at a 46K versus 40.
But what did I tell you about bigger homes?
Yeah, so that's what I'm having Annick or your dad.
You might have additional square footage there.
100%, I think so.
Longer hold time, maybe.
See, now, if you guys remember from my very first flip, we didn't know about covered patios and square footage and this and that. Now we look for it, but in the other way, like what house has this additional square footage that hasn't been counted yet? Because that's how you get extra value.
I think we can be close to 187, 190 to make the deal work. It's also making 28K profit.
And it might get more than 280.
Might get more than 280 as well.
Yeah. What does he have it at?
Well, no, I'm expecting 5 months.
How much does he have it at?
187.
Oh, he needs to renegotiate. If you pay 190, it's risky, man. It's risky bisky.
Well, let's see what our rehab is. If our rehab's lower, then we can
Yeah,
get a little closer.
yeah, for sure. So, so many guys, they have this dream of buying a luxury car or this and that. They want a supercar. And for me, personally, that's never been my thing. I've always just wanted real estate, The material things are great, but they don't make you any money. Now, that isn't to say I don't like nice things, right? Right here we got my car. I've got a Lexus that I drive right now. But I haven't always been driving, a nice Lexus up until now. When I first started out, I was making really good money, hundreds of thousands a year. And I still didn't have a luxury car. I was still driving a car that I paid $10,000 for. So my point is, when you start in this business, it's so easy to get caught up in buying the nice things, taking the vacations, and all that fun stuff, even buying the toys. I got one of my toys over there. And you can't be doing that starting out. Like, you guys have to be able to have control and discipline to save your money and to redistribute into your business. So here's my philosophy on all this, okay? The very first thing you need to do is make sure that you do not buy any type of toy or luxury car until you know it's not gonna impact your business at all, okay? So what I mean by that is, if you are just starting out, okay, and you make that first $20,000 check on a wholesale or on a flip or whatever the case may be, you need to put that right back into your business, okay? And even your first $100,000 that you make, you need to be putting that right back into your business, because when you're starting out, your business is so young that every dollar counts immensely. Now, when you get older and you start doing it more and more and you've made hundreds of thousands, then it becomes a different story, all right? Because now that money that you're making isn't gonna affect you as much. But starting out, you need every dollar to count. So, I can tell you, like, when I first started, I had flipped probably my first 25 houses, and I had what did I have? I had a 2004 Toyota Tundra, okay? It was 10 years old, had over 100,000 something miles, and I paid 10 grand for it. And I drove that thing around, even making a lot of money, okay? And then after I got done with that, I actually got rid of it and gave it to my dad, because I got tired of bringing supplies and all this stuff to my contractors. So I needed a car where I wasn't tempted to, go out there and like bring material, because I wanted to delegate that stuff. So I purposely got rid of my truck and got a little VW Tiguan. If you guys don't know what that is, it's probably like the girliest car you could buy, but it was a cheap little car I paid 9 grand for. So I drove that around for about a year. And, like I said, we were flipping 5 houses a month, and I was driving this little $9,000 car. And so the reason I did that was because I still at that point needed every dollar. Like, every dollar that came in, I needed it for a flip, or I wanted to reinvest it into a rental, okay? And it wasn't until I got to the point where I didn't need the money that was coming in, because I had raised enough money to keep my business going. Like, for me, I use a lot of private money on my deals. And so once I had the ability to not have to rely on my own money anymore, then I could start spending it on other stuff, okay? And so, it wasn't, I think I flipped probably 200 houses before I bought this car. And I mean, this car, I paid $40,000 for it, It's not like a crazy amount for what I've done. You flip 200 houses, I mean, you flip 10 houses, you got guys trying to buy Lambos and dumb crap all the time. So what I can say is, for me, I've always tried to be very conservative with what I buy on toys, because this thing, it don't make me any money. I enjoy driving it, but it does not make me a dollar driving that thing. If I was still driving the $9,000 Tiguan, I'd make the same exact amount of money, okay? But I can afford to do this now because it doesn't prevent me from doing any flips or buying any of the rentals I want to buy. And so that's how I know, okay, I can spend a little money on this, okay? The other thing I bought, and it's a little dirty, I didn't know I'd be doing a video about this today, but I bought this recently. I think I bought it about a month ago, and I paid 14 grand for it. And it's like I said, this thing does not make me any money, okay? But I enjoy driving it, and it's fun. And like I said, it doesn't affect my business at all. So I'm cool with, spending it on this, because at some point you do have to enjoy the money that you do make, okay? But you just have to have discipline, all right? I've been flipping for 5 years now, and I just finally bought this toy. I just finally got a decent, not a decent, but a luxury car, you should say. And this thing is still used, it's 3 years old. I didn't buy it new, because you got to get a discount on everything. But the point is, wait until you buy all this stuff, okay? Do not waste your money early on, because it's so easy to fall into that temptation of, hey, I just made a lot of money, I need to buy this and that. Oh, that guy bought that. My friend just bought this. I need to keep up with the Joneses. Screw that, man. Like, you don't need that. That stuff is so useless, okay? You need to do things that improve your net worth. Buy rentals, okay? Do more flips, earn more money. This stuff, it doesn't help you out, okay? It's nice to have, but it ain't gonna help you out, especially starting out. So, for me, the other philosophy I have on toys and cars is, if you can't buy it cash, don't buy it, okay? If you're financing this crap, don't do it. That means you can't afford it. If you literally cannot pay cash, you can't afford to buy this, okay? And so many people struggle with that. They think, oh, I need a nice car to have this image and this and that, you know, especially realtors. You see it with realtors all the time. They wanna go and, you know, get a nice car in front so they can think they can get higher end clients. Dude, you want a nice car? Do not buy it until you can buy it cash. And I'll tell you why. It's gonna make you work harder. You are gonna work harder if you know that, hey, I can't just go buy this tomorrow even though I don't have the money, and you know, I could finance and buy tomorrow. Like if you say, dude, I need 40 grand to go buy this, you're gonna go hustle and figure out how do I get that 40 grand. So it's a different mindset when you think you have to pay cash for everything versus, oh, I can just go finance it. Because it's so easy to finance these days. You know, anybody can go drive a Mercedes, anyone can go drive a Lexus, but how many people are paying cash for it, you know? Those people are the ones who are legit. So, you know, that's the big rule. Make sure you're disciplined, even if you're making a lot of money, okay? If buying one of these things is gonna hurt your business, don't buy it. Stick with what you got. And then number two, if you can't pay cash for it, you can't afford it. I don't care how well you think you're doing or how much revenue you made or how much money you've made. If you can't pay cash for this, you can't afford it. So keep those two things in mind and you'll be good when it comes to toys and cars.